in 1955, when Northridge Hospital opened their doors, there was one person who was there who's with us here today. Some people know her as Mother Grace, but her full name is Grace Leland. She won a TV tonight, but she's been winning the hearts of people at this hospital for decades. And I want to bring her up. And while she's up here, I want to bring up the past recipients of the Grace Leland Physician Appreciation Award. So in 2014, that honor went to Dr. Michael Sotero. In 2016, that went to Dr. Steve Cantamount. In 2017, Dr. Asher Tabin. And in 2018, Dr. Zohir Elias. And I also want to bring back up the President and CEO of Northridge Hospital, Mr. Paul Watkins, to present the Grace Leland Physician Appreciation Award.
Thank you, Christine. It's my privilege to present the Grace Leland Physician Appreciation Award tonight to Dr. Moufid Nemeh. Dr. Nemeh Dr. Nemeh is a nephrologist who's been in practice for more than 42 years. Fortunately, the last 24 years at the Northridge Hospital Medical Center. He currently serves as the hospital's medical staff president, or we fondly call him the chief of staff, and means he is the doctor responsible for overseeing all care in the medical center. Dr. Nemeh also has served as the chair of the Department of Medicine, as well as the medical staff treasurer. Dr. Nemeh is loved by all, by his patients, his family, his friends, students, for his kind demeanor and his compassion to others. And I especially appreciate Dr. Nemeh, as I've only been at Northridge now for a year. And coming in, first of all, in a medical center, it's very, very important for the leadership, the non-medical leadership, to have a very, very close relationship with the medical leaders. And Dr. Nemeh has really made that easy for me. He's, of course, very knowledgeable. He's a highly regarded by his colleagues as a clinician, an excellent doctor. Dr. Nemeh really does step up and leads staff, but he's quiet, and you know that he's in the room, but he calmly talks with folks and enters in discussions. One of the things that I learned quickly about him, though, is he actually has an incredible sense of humor. And Dr. Nemeh has this smile, and it's kind of a little smirk at first and a smile, and I love that about him because we're in a very serious business, and what we do every day is serious. And so if we can have a few moments like that where we can just remember that we're human and can enjoy a little bit of humor and lightness, Dr. Nemeh is a master of that. So I'd like to show a video. If you look at the screens here, and we'll show that for you.
I first met Dr. Nemeh when he started his practice at Northridge in the early 90s. I think he is one of the pillars of nephrology care at Northridge Hospital. Always thorough, always calm, and his first concern has always been the patient and patient care.
He brings in the management aspect of the patient, but he also brings in that extra where he connects with the family and he takes the contextual aspect of the care into consideration. And he would make recommendation beyond his scope of nephrology, which this day and age with dichotomy of medical practice, it goes a long way in helping me as the admitting physician as well as the family and ultimately the patient. That's something that's rare these days, and he brings that to the table. I appreciate that very much about him.
I first met Dr. Nemeh in the ICU. It was very clear right from the get-go that although my dad was his patient, I was soon going to be in his care as well. The first time Dr. Nemeh met my dad, I said, "Dad, this is the doctor that took care of me while you were fighting. This is the doctor that filled in the gap and was my dad here at the hospital." And my dad began crying, and Dr. Nemeh, he was not going to admit it, but he got tears in his eyes too. And they shook hands from one father to another. And my dad said, "Thank you, not for taking care of him. Thank you for taking care of my daughter."
I met Dr. Nemeh about 10 years ago. My wife was his patient. He is the ultimate professional. And as he grew to know us, I grew to know his wit, his humor, and truly, my family thinks the world of the man.
The Grace Leland Physician of the Year Award is a great honor. Grace is an icon. She is an institution by herself. Grace started working at Northridge Hospital the day the hospital opened, and that was 63 years ago. Without Grace, I don't think Northridge Hospital would be the same as it is now.
I'll tell you, my family and myself thinks it's so appropriate that he's the recipient of this award, the Grace Leland Physician Appreciation Award this year, because my family and myself really and truly believe that Dr. Nemeh is the epitome of hello human kindness.
I can't see anyone that is more deserving of this honor than you, Dr. Nemeh. Congratulations.
There isn't a person who doesn't know my dad's story that doesn't also know the story of Northridge Hospital. My dad was given 24 hours, and thankfully, by God's grace, by the staff, the doctors, the beautifulness of the human kindness that he was given and I was given, my dad was able to walk out of this hospital and is doing really well right now.
Growing up, we could see how dedicated our dad was to his patients. He would see them on nights and on weekends, and he would take phone calls no matter what he was doing. We could see that making a positive impact on their lives was really important to him.
However, our dad never compromised in his role as a father. He is kind, loving, supportive, and generous. We would not be where we are today without him. One of my favorite qualities about my dad is his unwavering positivity. I have almost never seen him upset, except for when the Lakers lost the 2008 National Championship. Thank you, Dad.
We love you.
My dad has never failed to provide me and my family with unconditional love. He's always been there for every field hockey game, piano recital, and father-daughter dance. I know that without a doubt he will always be there to help me. I'm so grateful for him and all that he has given to support my family. Congrats, Dad. You deserve it. I love you.
He's just an incredible man. He's a gift to the human race. He's a gift to every patient and every patient's family. He's a gift to this hospital. And he cares beyond his pay grade.
It is my great honor to present the Grace Leland Physician Appreciation Award to our own Dr. Moufid Nemeh. Dr.
I think I really should not give a speech. I'm going to ruin it. I should leave it where it ended. Dr. Elias could not read his handwriting last year when he was reading a speech. So I did type mine. It's only 20 pages, so don't worry. Thank you, Mr. Watkins, for your kind introduction. I really appreciate it. It is a great honor to receive the Grace Leland Physician of the Year Award. I would like to congratulate the Los Angeles District Attorney Jackie Lacey for receiving a well-deserved Celebration of Hope Award. Most of all, I would like to thank Mrs. Grace Leland, the hospital vice president for public relations, for her long career and distinguished service. As you are all aware, Mrs. Leland started working at Northridge Hospital when it opened its doors over 60 years ago. And she has been a tremendous asset for both the medical staff and the successive hospital administrations. She has been a mother figure to us physicians. She refers to us affectionately as her boys. I would like to thank the Hospital Foundation board members and the committee members for this event for their hard work in organizing it in support of our hospital and our patients. Thank you all for stepping out. Even the fire could not keep you away. Your generosity is felt and appreciated by our patients, who are the sole beneficiary of funds generated. Many here in the audience are sports fans like myself. Sorry, Dodgers fans. Have you ever watched a football game? From the huddle to the play on the field, the team members are in constant communication. The plays that succeed most are those when everyone knows where they're supposed to be and what they're supposed to be doing. Teamwork in healthcare is as important and uses that sort of constant communication to give our patients the best care they deserve. It's only fitting that funds generated from this event are earmarked to support the cardiac cath lab, where teamwork is exhibited at its best. If you saw the cardiac cath team in action, you would know what I'm talking about. Everyone on the team, physicians, nurses, and technicians, are performing what they're supposed to do, communicating constantly for the better outcomes. The patient who earlier was wheeled in critical condition is wheeled out with a new stent in his heart and a new lease on life. The effect of saving a life in medicine goes beyond the patient to positively impact the life of his children, parents, family, and friends. During my career, I heard it often from a family member who is so grateful to have the extra time with his loved one to say things they did not have the chance to say before, or to do things together they did not do before. Our reward in medicine is not a championship ring or a trophy, but the great satisfaction of caring for our patients and positively impacting their life and the life of people around them. In marriage, we team up with our spouses to create a meaningful life for our children. Maya, my wife for 25 years, sacrificed her career as an engineer to be a stay-at-home mom when our children needed her the most. Her hard work paid off. Michael will be starting medical school next year. Tommy is a computer scientist working for Apple Corporation. And Lauren is a high school senior who is getting ready to conquer the world. On behalf of myself and the children, thank you, Maya, for an incredible journey. Thank you all for listening.